tripping in Namibia on a trip to an African village in the far north of Namibia. We're busy with an experiment. Steve wanted to see how far 25 coffees can go in terms of permaculture training and food forest establishment. Now, communication is always difficult here. Things didn't turn out as planned. The trainee ended up being a wild card, a loose shot. I have no idea where that trainee is going to land and what that trainee will do. But for the most part, Mukoso, the employee on the homestead, he attended the training, and I made sure he was within earshot when we trained Lorencha. So at Mukoso's village, we're going to see what we can do to establish a mini food forest today. The water situation is a bit unclear, so the first idea in mind is we will work with rainwater, so no irrigation planned. I doubt they'll have that luxury. So we'll look at the situation water-wise, think in terms of dry land and as little water use as possible, see where the water flows first. Look, it's not all about the end destination, it's also about the journey. If you skip ahead to the village, you're gonna miss the journey. A quick disclaimer here, it did cost in the end a tiny little bit more than 25 coffees. All the training hours, the few trees I bought for the project, the petrol there, and unthinkable, unforeseen circumstances like lunch for the day. But when you're planting trees, you're not counting dollars, you're counting time. So who's counting? Namibia has this thing called the red line. Now we're still on the Namibian side of the red line, so there's fences and green trees and birds, some wildlife, no animals on the road due to the fences luckily. But behind that red line, that gate, things change. So we're at the Mororani gate, entering, I think it's called the Kavango region, and then from there it's called the Caprivi region up to the east, that far handle of Namibia. So a wild shot here somewhere in the Kavango region. Let's see about establishing a food forest with some permaculture principles and stuff in mind. It's a cloudy day, which is a good day for planting some trees. And it seems the clouds are more here towards the north. So we got some villages along the road. Not much in terms of fences. The wildlife roam free in this whole area basically. The fencing is very little. It's called communal land, more or less. And a lot of these dunes up and down. Already got some donkeys along the road. And some sheep. The village is quite a ways in from the tar road, like a sandy road. Almost had a bit of trouble with the car, But here you can see and get an idea of the sand and how it changes over time. It's a very sandy area. Assessing the situation, I think we might be getting rainwater from there. They have one edible tree here, with apparently that leaves is also edible. So I wonder, this might be a nice spot to just put an African smile here. It's getting shade for the most of the day. Unfortunately, it will get afternoon sun, but then maybe this house will block most of the sun during the rough. I think we got a plan. This tree is having lovely shade in the afternoon. This house, the water will fall this side. All this water accumulates here. It's a low depression. Alright, some might flow there, but this is kind of a low depression here, so just here would be a good spot. The children will play in the shade and not play in the garden then. Afternoon shade for the new trees, and all that rainwater can come in here. So let's see if me and Mukoso can dig as well. Got the half moon going. So still thinking it's best to plant inside this well. We have a little bathtub here where the most water will go, and then we're planting trees here. We're gonna put the mango in the middle and moringa. Yeah, now they can get nice water in. Just for a wild shot, we got a dragon fruit here at the tree. It doesn't need much water, so hopefully it will grow. And I see we got some nice material for chopping and dropping. They're a little bit watered in, a little bit mulched, and yeah, just waiting for the rain, and they should grow well. So I'm thinking it would be good to have a semi-African smile there to catch water for those trees maybe. And perhaps somewhere there could be one to catch water coming in. Depends how their plans are with their houses. One could fit in here. So there are plans to expand, or room for expansion rather. A small chicken hut. They got some nice trees growing outside, but it's very sandy soil, so more a reconnaissance mission than anything else, to see what can be done and what the situation is. It will be a big time investment for those people, because the water, they will need to carry it there for the next month or so. First week, I guess the plants need water every day, and after that every second day, third day will be fine. And And then when the rainy season comes, those plants will be fine for sure. So yeah, it is a bit difficult to get fruit like mangoes planted there, and they have to carry the water quite a while. A few thoughts on the way back to the homestead. Yes, we planted inside the swale, and that's not the right way to do it. It is such sandy soil, so I think if it rains a lot, it will still drain out quite quickly, and we will not have an issue with root rot with the trees. And then water is quite the problem there, so maybe for the next time rather we should focus on things like moringa, which is much hardier and require less water. I doubt the mango we planted would make it, but we gave it the best chance we could. So we will see how things grow. The mission is quite simple really. Try to get independent, especially food wise, because their plan is, I see this government want to give you food and say in exchange you must take the vaccine or another jab or a digital ID.
Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID. It's as simple as that.
So the sooner you can get independent and have your own food, nobody can tell you to do anything. So we will see how much we can disguise that mission. Boo thinks she's fancy with her colors here.